So let's talk about effective stimp and a good way to train it. So on the ground, you got a tape measure and you got the perfect putter. If I put this golf ball on the 0 mark, which is like a stimp meter, and I let that golf ball roll across the slope, I got the level out, so I'm trying to roll it across the level surface. It's gonna have to go a little up the hill, a little down the hill, but we got the idea. If we walk it off and we use a tape measure, that ball rolled out 11 feet. So the speed of these greens are effectively 11 feet. Now that's going across the flat piece of the green. If I turned the roller up the hill and I rolled it to the hole, I'm going to use the same 0 mark. We'll go 3, 6, about 6 feet up the hill. So it was 11 across, 6 feet up. If we point it down the hill, same 0, we let it roll. That ball's still rolling. We can walk it off about 18 feet, 19 feet down the hill. So 11 across, 19 down, 6 up. And this is on about a 3% grade up and down the hill. So if you had, say, Bermuda, where it's a thicker grain and there was more grain on the grass, the uphill would roll a lot shorter, the downhill would roll even farther just because the friction's going to change. So a good way to train it, I just like to say it's 1 up, 1 down. So I got golf balls every 3 feet and I got 2 pins, 1 on each side. So I can start up here on the uphill. If I was going to make a stroke, just trying to work more on speed. Watch it go in the hole. Then I'm going to turn, I'm going to putt down the hill. So I got Capto on. That says the ball speed going into that cup from about 4 feet away was 4 miles an hour, 4.4. And if I'm going down the hill, this golf ball is going to have to travel for a lot more time. And say slow down. So that's gone past 2.5, almost 3 feet. The ball speed on that one going down the hill was 6 miles an hour. So not that much faster than the uphill, but it's rolled out quite a bit of a difference. So I'm going to skip a couple golf balls. So you'd work your way down the hill. You can go random like I'm going. If I go back up the hill, now we're going to that flag up top. Give it a roll. So not too bad. About 1.5 feet short. The ball speed off of Capto says that was 7 miles an hour going up the hill. And if we turn to go down the hill, now we're going to have to adjust. We're going to need a little smaller backstroke length to create less ball speed. And then there was 3.5 miles an hour down the slope. So out here putting on the green, you can putt across the green to get an idea of what a general stroke feels like, but then a good way to train it, 1 up, 1 down. So your brain has to recall, what energy do I need to go uphill? What energy do I need to go down the hill? So that way as we're going up the hill, a little bit longer strokes, keeping up your tempo so we can have more energy when it crashes into the golf ball. As we turn and go down the hill, a little smaller strokes, keeping that tempo up, so that way the ball's not going to have too much speed. Now down the slope, you might feel like the tempo could be a little smoother. Up the hill, it could be maybe a little bit faster. So you're trying to keep it somewhere around the same idea, so that way we're not making the same stroke. And then uphill, trying to add a lot of hit, and then downhill, trying to stop the golf ball so it doesn't go off the green. So use this drill, help improve your lag putting up and down the slopes.